Brilliance Audio.
A Burning Obsession by Mike Omer. Performed by Jesse Vilinsky and Fajer Al-Kaisi. The back of his neck ached after he'd stared up at the night sky for so long. Over the years, he'd crisscrossed the country, had seen the heavens from hundreds of places, but he couldn't remember the night being as clear and raw as it was here in Wyoming. He could almost feel the weight of the heavens crushing him onto the flat plains. Here, it was easy to recall that God had been creating the world by splitting it in two. No matter which way he gazed, the horizon was as flat and empty as it must have been during the second day of creation. The only thing marring the perfect horizon was the small farmhouse that stood to the east, an imperfection that Moses Wilcox intended to fix. He lowered his head, ignoring the urge to massage his own neck. Small clouds of fog swirled as he breathed, the winter's night chill freezing him to the bones. But he ignored that too. His followers were watching in silence and awe. It was no time to show weakness. He let his gaze slide over their numerous faces, all waiting in anticipation for him to talk. He stretched the silence, knowing from experience how far he could take it, letting the tension grow until it was almost unbearable, but breaking it before they became restless. "And God said, 'Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water,'" his voice thundering over the wind. "So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault Sky." He raised his head again. The congregation followed his stare, their heads turning upward. He took a deep breath. "We came here but 18 days ago. When we arrived, we were hoping for a place we could finally rest at. A place where hard-working men and women would embrace us and would be open to hear the truth." He let his voice slowly drop until it could barely be heard, forcing his parishioners to lean closer, to hold their breath so they could hear him. "But it is not what we found." Heads shaking sadly. No, it was not what they'd found. Not at all. "Instead, we met with wickedness and dark hearts, people who had lost their way so completely that they could not be guided. And we tried. Anna Clark spent each day going from door to door, begging people to come to our sermons. Jonathan Hall passed around thousands of flyers." He eyed the people he named, watched them beaming with pride, knowing they would work twice as hard now, and that the others would work harder too, seeing how he praised those who pleased him. "Not all of us did our very best, but I'm sure they will strive to do better." His eyes landed on Benjamin and hovered there for a few seconds until he was sure the rebuke was clear. Benjamin lowered his head, and people around him shuffled slightly away. Good. In the approaching weeks, no one would talk to Benjamin. No one would even look at him. And in their tight-knit congregation, the shunned man would feel the isolation every second of every day. "But no matter how much we try, some men and women are nearly beyond saving. They need us to show them the way. For if our message saves even one person from the eternal hellfire, then we have saved them from eternal torment." He shook with conviction and saw his intensity mirrored in his flock's faces. "Some men are sinners, have strayed so far off the path that only fires can cleanse their souls. Be it the flames of hell," he let his eyes linger on the lit torches his people were carrying, and raised his voice, "or the flames of man." 6 men stepped forward, carrying the cans of gasoline. They marched on the icy gravel road to the house and splashed the liquid on its peeling whitewashed walls.